Good day, my viewers. I welcome you to our continuation learning series of mathematics and science education. Which subject are we going to be looking at today? We are going to be looking at physics. I repeat, physics. And which topic? We are going to be looking at fundamental quantities and derived quantity. Okay, as we normally do on this channel, we have to first of all look at our learning objective. That is, what are the things are we going to learn in today's topic? Let's go over our learning objective before we go into the topic. On the board, we are going to define fundamental quantity. We will now look at example of fundamental quantity. After that, we'll define derived quantity. We end with two examples of derived quantity. These are our 4 learning objectives. Fine. Having said that, what do we call fundamental quantity? Fundamental quantities, these are the basic quantity from which other quantities are being derived. They are the basic quantity which other quantity depend on. So that means that if there is no fundamental quantity, there can be no other quantity. So let's put it down. Fundamental quantity. Okay. See, these are the basic quantity on which other quantity are based upon or depend on. So these are the basic quantity on which other quantities are based upon or depend on. So that means if there is no fundamental quantity, there can be never be other quantities. They are the basic one. Example of fundamental quantities. Let us now look at examples of fundamental quantities. What are the examples? Okay. We have the first one called what? Mass. Mass is a fundamental quantity. We then have what? Length. Okay. Likewise, we have what? Time. Okay. We also have what's called what? Electric currents. Okay. We also have temperature. That is the hotness or coolness of a body. Temperature. We also have what is called luminous intensity. These are the fundamental quantities. Okay, and each one of them have their what we call their units. Let's say the first one, like the mass. The unit of mass is what? Kilogram. SI unit, international system. We measure mass in kilogram. We also have what? Length. Length is measured in meter. Symbol M. We also have what we call time. Time can be in hour, minute, but in physics, we measure time in seconds. S. Symbol S. When you see S, stands for second. We also have electric currents. Electric current is in what? Ampere. We also have temperature. Temperature is measured in Kelvin. Okay. And the other one is called luminous intensity. So this one is measured in candela, which is what? CD, candela. So you can see that each of these fundamental quantities have their respective units. Mass, kilogram, length, meter, time, seconds, electric current, ampere, temperature, Kelvin, and then luminous intensity called candela, CD. Okay, having said that, let us now look at what we call the derived quantity. obtain, which can be gotten or you can obtain them from fundamental quantity. These are the quantity that depend on fundamental quantity. So that means that if there is no fundamental quantity, there can never be what? Derived quantity. So that's what we are saying. Example of and this derived quantity, we can get either by subtraction or either by division, either by multiplication of the fundamental quantity. So you can get derived quantity either by division or by what? Multiplication or other method from fundamental quantity. Example of derived quantity is what? Examples. Example of derived quantity. Example is called, we have what is called what? Density. Density is a derived quantity. Density is what? Mass. Formula of density is mass over volume. Okay? And your mass is in what? Kilogram. Like I told you, and your volume is what? Meter cube. By the time you combine that of kilogram per meter cube, that is the density. Density is a derived quantity. Another one is what we call what? We have area. Area is also a derived quantity. Area is what? Length times breadth. Length times breadth. Okay? That is what? L times B. L, length is in meter. Breadth is also in meter. Giving us meter squared. Likewise what? Volume. Volume is also a derived quantity. Formula of a volume is length times breadth times height. Our length is in meter, breadth is in meter, height is also in meter, giving us what? Meter cube. Okay. We also have many of them. We also have what we call as velocity. Velocity is also a derived quantity. Velocity is what? Displacements. Displacements, okay, per unit time. When a distance in a specific direction, we call it what? Displacement. So displacement is in what? Meter. And your time is in what? Seconds. We now have meter per second. So velocity is also a derived quantity. Likewise, what? Acceleration. Acceleration is what? Increase in velocity. Velocity per time taken. Per time. All over time. And your velocity here is what? Meter per second. Your time is second. So acceleration is what? Meter per second. Per second. Also, do write like this. Meter per second square. That is the unit of acceleration. Meter per second square. So you can see all these work. The example of derived quantity. So many of them. We get them from fundamental quantity. So in a nutshell, if there is no fundamental quantity, we cannot be able to have for derived quantity. So we can be able to see that we are able to cover all our line of dating. We have defined fundamental quantity. We look at the example of fundamental quantity. You have likewise defined what? Derived quantity, and we have looked at what? Examples of derived quantity. So we are able to cover our four lines of dating. We've talked about fundamental quantity. We've talked about what? Derived quantity and their respective examples. So this is where we are going to stop today. Till we meet again, I say you should try as much as possible. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Science Chem Master. You click, you subscribe. Why do you have to subscribe? So that you can be able to see all the previous subjects, either mathematics, biology, likewise chemistry, and this physics I'm teaching you. You see all the previous subjects we have done and their topic. So that's why when you subscribe, you see all these topics, you see all the subjects. So till we meet again, I say you should remain